It is written in the Bible that we are to live, die, and then the judgment. For 3,000 people on one average day, that came sooner than they would thought it would. I remember sharing. I'll be sharing with you my experience in New York City, the memories that we can all remember from the past. As most of us can remember, on the news back in 1992, there was a massive car bombing that did some damage to one side of the towers. Which one I can't remember. Please don't email me. However, no one got hurt. In April of 1994, my 8th grade class went to New York City. We spent a lot of the 8th grade actually raising money so we could do our 8th grade trip to New York City. Like 2 days and a night there. Beautiful. Of course, I can honestly say I actually went up in the World Trade Center. Wow. Beautiful views, but, obviously, your average 8th grader. You know what they're going to say, They start getting those what if this happened, what if that happened. Well, I realized that 7 years later, that would actually happen. I got up on the 11th thinking it'd be just a normal day, but I realized September 11th, 2001 was not going to be a normal day. Becky had the news on, she's screaming her head off to me about what's happening in New York City. And I got dressed and ran downstairs to find out where it was. Of course, I also had a chance to talk to one of the members who actually worked around jail after the incident happened, Mr. Harry Ellis. He's a licensed hand operator, and his call sign is KB1DOP. This is what he had to say. He said this was a total shock. All means of communication were down. So if you had a cell phone, you ain't going to use it. It was also a devastation due to the death toll. 3,000 people. No laughing matter. He also said it was like standing on shaky ground. It felt like walking on ground after a nuclear bomb hit. Due to the remains of the building and the people, it sure makes you think. Of course, a site that I actually go to, and I love the site, GodSpeaks.org, had this to say. As unknown nation enters the war to apprehend those responsible for the senseless atrocity of September 11th, we at God Speaks wish to convey to you God's message of faith and hope. The nation and the world grieve together. But even as we grieve, God is rejuvenating our spirits, shining His loving light upon the hope of a better tomorrow for His children. We see this light ever so brightly in the millions of Americans who are reaching out with love and support to those who have been and continue to be affected by the actions of these evil men. The Bible tells us in Matthew 25:35-40, and in the final day of the judgment, God will say to those who love Him, I was hungry, and you fed me, thirsty, and you gave me drink, naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you took care of me, in prison, and you visit me. Those who love God will ask, when, Lord, did we ever see you hungry and fed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we ever see a stranger and welcome you in our home, or naked and clothe you? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and visit you? God will then reply, I tell you, whenever you do this for me, for one of the least important of these followers of mine, you did it for me. We wish to express our gratitude to the multitude of police, fire, medical, and other rescue personnel who are working tirelessly to recover precious loved ones. We also give glory to God for the tremendous outpouring of financial generosity that has flown from the people of America and around the world to help those families, individuals, and businesses who are in need. May you all rest in peace of knowing that whatever you do for the least important of God's children, you do for Him. At this time, we would like to extend our deepest sympathies to all those who have lost loved ones due to these acts of terrorism. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Matthew 5:4.